Hey there, Owen. I'm Sophie. Really nice to meet you.
Likewise, I'm Owen.
Hello,
I
Owen.
can't.
So you're in Scarborough, are you? Is that right?
Yeah. Aye.
How's everything up in Scarborough today?
Well, I haven't been out. I don't get out very much. I had an accident in January. Can't walk that well.
Oh no. So what
But
a year
yeah.
you've had?
Sorry.
What a year you've had.
I know it's been a very, very, very full on year. Lots of stuff's happened.
Yes, it really has. I mean, so I'm down in London. I'm at home today. I'm in my bedroom at the moment, and I've got a really nice view outside, which has been really helpful because I think on the days when I've got something nice to look at outside, it's made me feel a lot better. But
Yeah.
I was sort of dreading this bit of the year actually because we were so lucky with the first. I know the first lockdown was horrible, but at least we had such amazing weather. So at least I could see spring. But I think the weather gods have been quite kind to us because it's still. I don't know about where you are, but it's still not that cold. So
Yeah.
that's equal.
I mean, I'm still in my shorts. I wear shorts like all year long.
Really?
But yeah, I found in Scarborough, because it was such nice weather,
Yeah.
lockdown on, people just bombarded, which was a bit weird. Uh,
Yes.
but I mean, now, I mean, I'm even making an effort. I'm going to be going to the shop later on, and I'm going to get dressed up. Well,
Bow
this is
tie?
dress. I need to put a suit on for this. I've got a suit, light blue jacket, light blue waistcoat, light blue shorts, and I nearly put that on. But
Oh,
from ordering it to getting it, I've put on the boots around the belly, so I didn't bother.
well, tell me about it. I've been doing a wardrobe clear out because this year I've been very sedentary and I don't go out very much either. And it's just, I think one of the things that has been really comforting is eating really nice food while I'm at home. My husband's been doing a lot of the cooking, and I think we sort of turned to quite stodgy comfort food, lots of
Oh,
big meal. But
I'm
sometimes
really,
that's the only thing that really happens all day.
I'm really lucky that I enjoy cooking, and I'm not really bad at cooking. I'm quite good at it. I
Wow.
know people my age who can't work a tin opener, and so I'm really glad that I enjoy cooking.
Yes,
Oh, is
I
that,
do. And I think also if you've got a day when nothing much is happening, if you've created a nice meal for yourself, then you've still done something that day. If it's good for
aye.
your head, definitely.
My air fryer and my slow cooker are the gift that keeps giving. Definitely.
So what's that? Your air fryer?
Mm.
How does that work? You don't put anything in it.
I can do guilt-free chips. You need a bare minimum of oil and things, and oh yeah, it's just, I'm still learning how to, it's a relatively new purchase.
Yeah,
But me,
that's funny actually because we nearly got one the other day. There was an advert for one in I got the Argos catalogue the other day just to flick through like I
yeah,
did when I was a kid. And they had an air fryer and I thought, but did they turn out all right, the chips?
yeah, it takes practice, because I was stodgy, but oh no, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm lucky that I've got stuff to be doing around the house,
Yeah.
and stuff. It has been doing my head in a bit. And I mean, the fact that I've got people I can't believe I'm actually speaking to a human being without a mask on.
Yes. I know. I know. I know. I know the mask thing is very hard to take, isn't it? I've had
Yeah,
it quite often where I'm out and I've thought that people are quite annoyed with me. Like if you're in the supermarket, it can feel like it's really hard to read people's expression, how you're interacting, which is quite
yeah.
challenging.
I mean, and remember these.
Oh yes,
Um,
this
I yeah, I should claim for condensation. Ba-boom. First bad joke of the day. I'm quite pleased with that. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I'm getting by with it. I'm getting used to walking with a stick. Um, I'm hopefully going to be able to speak to my sisters on Christmas Day, because one of my sisters, it's her birthday, um, I don't know if it'll be Zoom, and she doesn't really speak to me that much other than the cursory sort of letter or whatever. This whole Christmas thing, I think one of the things that's getting me now, and it's nice that I can talk to people, like I say, and oh yes, oh my goodness, right, is when people are saying it won't be the same this year and Christmas, right, I've had 50 Christmases, this will be 51. None of them have been the same.
No,
You just got to do it.
I know. I actually totally agree with you. I kind of think this whole idea of having all the households being allowed to mix is actually quite a bad idea, really, because I think January is we're going to probably have to have everything shut down again.
Yeah. Well, Scarborough spiked a few weeks ago. It went from being one of the lowest to one of the highest in the country.
Really?
And the thing is, I'm not that bothered about my neighbours. And I don't mean that in a nasty way,
No, I know what you
but
mean.
it's like, yeah, I'm happy in my own company, and I think there's a massive difference between being alone and being lonely.
Agreed.
And lonely is either when I'm in company or when it's isolation forced on myself.
Yes. No, well,
And
as you say,
so,
you can be lonely with people. Loneliness isn't really even exclusively about being on your own, is it? Yeah.
if I'm sat in a room with bad company being ignored or being berated, then
Yeah.
I'd rather sit at home watching film shows,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm master of my own domain here. And it's like, this is why I'm pulling on all sorts of resources. Like, I started TikTok in April. I like doing I do little comedy videos. I've just made a friend on TikTok, and she's in her 60s and she's by herself. So she wants to start sending me messages just because she missed people. So
Yeah.
I'm people. When I started getting involved with it, I heard from it because somebody said I'd be good at doing your job, essentially, Sophie. It's like, I've just called a pop star by her first name. My, right. No, serious, Owen. Right. Yeah. And just like, so I can do that. And like the one I've got now, Mohesh, he's excellent. And because he's more regular, I don't have to start from the beginning with everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you
And
that. I was going to ask you if you get to see the same people over and over. Yeah.
well, initially I didn't, because it was just going to be a temporary thing. So, and I did speak to a few people more than a few times, one or two. It was like they're just checking. How are you? Have you got your medication? Have you got your shopping in? Have you got anybody checking on you? And then bye. But some of them really talkative, and I love that.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. Because then when you finish it, you actually feel like you've been chatting to someone and you've had the exchange. Because that's actually the bit that's been really hard this year, I think, is the more casual stuff. Just talking about whatever pops into your head and letting it flow. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to be checked in on in a more practical way, but emotionally, it's the conversation that's really nice.
Quite right. I've got a therapist, a psychotherapist, and when I see him, I'm not going there to discuss like the weather and all of that stuff, much as we do touch on certain things, but I'm there for that purpose and he's there for that purpose.
Yeah.
So it's just have that friendship, because I really miss that. Yeah.
I mean, ordinarily, have you got a lot of people in your community that you would see normally?
Not really. I had one whose his dad, who's also a friend of mine, they had to shield because his dad was ill. Sadly, he's passed away.
Oh no.
So I haven't seen that family for a while. My sister used to come from Teesside. Her husband died of vascular dementia, and that was in May. So I haven't seen her since I was in hospital in January. So it's been very odd like that. And as much as I am quite talkative, I'm quite a shy person, but I do like people. I thrive on them.
Yeah, so
weird.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very easy time of it at all.
I made friends with my bus driver on TikTok. We were just, yes, oh, it's weird.
I'm actually very impressed about you in the TikTok. I find it really hard to do TikTok.
I love it. Because if I get it wrong, I don't really care because I just don't put it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I've worked in recording studios, clearly not as much as some, but and I liked it because if I made a mistake, I can just redo it and go back and everything.
That is true. So what do you do on TikTok? Do you do little dance routines and stuff?
Not massively, and little jokes. I might lip sync to like funny things from other stuff,
Yeah.
but I do like comedy bits. You know what I mean? Or at least I find them funny.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's something to do.
Definitely.
Because one day when you're on your own every single day, and I mean, this is my only company. This is Brian.
Oh, hi there, Brian.
Hey, you see, Lucky Charm is my K-dog.
He's your emotional support animal.
Definitely. His best hobby is going in the washing machine. Yes, you can do that later.
You should put Brian on TikTok.
It's happened.
Hey.
But it's like I've got certain responsibilities. I've mental health issues. I've had them all my life. And there was a time I just felt like, I mean, I'm amazed. I'm just looking now. My curtains are open, and there was a time I just shut the curtains, laid on my settee, and just waited for the world to collapse. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got to say in this. If I don't take responsibility for my health, you know, no, there's the soapbox I used to be in mental health things and stuff as well. But I don't know. But I have to take responsibility, and the more I do, and the more happens, the easier it becomes. It's going to be difficult.
But actually, what you've done is really impressive, because when you get to that point where you draw the curtains and you just think, you know, I'll just wait for it all to finish. It's getting the confidence and actually being proactive about your future that takes a lot of effort. That's not just a simple thing. It's quite, you know, it's quite draining even just to go from that. So I think what you've done is really impressive, actually, because that is a tough year. I mean, the thing is as well, finding this year tough is not, it's perfectly reasonable. You know, that's a lot to deal with for anybody. And I think it's been just a crazy time for so many people. But the thing that's quite interesting, some people that suffer with more like social anxiety type of mental health issues, sometimes they found it almost quite a relief. I've got a family member who I think has slightly benefited from being able to just take the pressure off for a minute, just have a few months, just to not feel the pressure of getting out the door, getting to work on time, you know, doing all the stuff they have to do. So I wonder if any of it helped with that, but maybe not. I suppose it depends on the person.
That makes sense. I guess rather than social distancing, I suppose personal space is, that makes total sense.
That's what that is what it is. And I think also, do you know a writer called John Ronson? Do you know him?
I've seen his documentaries. I've not read his books yet.
Oh, his books are really funny. But he was on the news at the beginning of lockdown, saying that he was always a bit of a catastrophist and always, you know, expecting the end of the world and waiting for that to happen. And then he said when the pandemic kicked off, he said he was actually quite relaxed because he's like, I'm ready for this. I've been ready for something like this my whole life, and now I've got the pasta and the beans in the cupboard, and I'm armed. You know, bring it on. And he knew everything, what to order, how to roll it out. He said he felt surprisingly calm.
I like that way of thinking. I mean, I'm a bit amazed that I used to live from like one week to the next and stuff, and think, how am I going to make my money stretch? And I'm not one of these hoarders. I do have a lot of toilet rolls, but that's because if I'm getting them delivered, I can get lots delivered at once. I'm not
Yeah, I don't think that counts as hoarding. Don't worry. I'm a hoarder. That doesn't count as hoarding.
I call it the floor rather than the bedroom because there's no room for me. There's a fridge, freezer, and clothes, but tins of stuff just in case.
Yeah.
Is I miss people, you know.
Yes.
And oh man, I think I've become quite resourceful at getting around to people and things.
Well, I suppose
and it's nice, isn't it?
The internet helps that, doesn't it? With being able to read. The internet's good for connecting with people. That's a good thing.
Yes. I was thinking of leaving all the internet, but okay. Just because I just got sick of people posting pictures of what they had for dinner and all of that stuff.
I know.
It has become, I'm in one on Facebook, which is a COVID-19 support thing.
Okay.
And I'm really enjoying that because as much as people can, like their sort of sadness and their grievance, and I can sort of moral support and stuff, they also sometimes just do some really silly stuff. There's one, I forget what they call it now, where it's just, what do they call it? It'll come to me. It'll probably come to me after this Zoom finishes.
You'll have to pay me back.
That sounds like a plan. And it's just like, and it's called cabin fever. Just okay. Yeah, and it's just people putting silliness up and things. And I think that's been a bit of a lifeline. As much as I was starting to think, I'm sick of hearing this, that, and the other, and blah about things. And then people are finding like a brighter side. I used to do, always look on the bright side of life on karaoke.
What a tune. Perfect. Well, I think you're right. Like for our house, we felt very much that at the beginning, everything was very serious, very intense, stressful. I mean, I have the opposite situation to you in that our lockdown was my husband and I and our 5 kids. So it was actually quite hard to find any quiet and a headspace. And that was the thing I struggled with the most. I felt like from the moment I got up to the moment I went to bed, there was always someone needing something, things to organize, the house to sort. It was absolutely exhausting. I mean, it's still been quite a relentless year like that, but I needed to find things that were just a place I could go that was just for me. So I did 2 things. One of them was just for me. I started making this really big Lego set. Don't judge me, but it was a massive Lego set that I'd been given for Christmas. And it's like a 5-story shopping center, Japanese. It's beautiful. So every evening I'd sit with a glass of wine and do a bit more of my Lego. And then as a family, we would just have a little party on a Friday. We put music on and dress up, and I'd sing karaoke songs and just have a bit of fun. Because you're right, like the cabin fever thing. Just having something silly and fun and irreverent. You know, everybody's talking about this year and coronavirus and restrictions and all this stuff. It's very intense. So sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you just need to do something really daft.
There's nothing wrong with Lego. I was just looking to see if I had my Lego shorts nearby.
Lego shorts? Made of Lego.
I'm not really bothered about Lego. It just reminds me of being a kid. And I'm the second youngest of 5. And I used to pray to have just me time.
Oh, yeah.
And now we've got sack looks.
That's what you wish for, Owen.
I don't know.
So there's 5 of you growing up. How did you find that? How was your childhood?
Bits of it were lovely.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, bits of it were nice. Yes. And, I remember walking home in the winter and always knowing there was a nice roaring fire on and all of that, all the picture perfect stuff. But I'm glad I'm 51 and not 10.
Well, I'm 41. We're not that far apart, actually, you and I. And I've got lots of brothers and sisters now, but I was the eldest. But I think the best spot in a big family is the baby. Everybody's always pleased to see the baby. My little
it was always favourite.
Yeah. Everybody's pleased to see the little one.
And that must have been a bit strange for you as well, because I think I've heard of your mother somewhere.
Oh yeah, well she used to present Blue Peter. My mum's called Janet Ellis.
First thing I saw you on was Blue Peter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When I was little.
Been in I know she's been in Doctor Who, but I don't know which episode.
She was in the Horns of Nymon.
Thank you. I'm still going on to BritBox after that. I've got a big
3 episodes, I believe. Oh, what's that tattoo?
It's a TARDIS.
Ah, amazing. How many tattoos you got?
That.
Just that? Just a TARDIS?
Well, I got it was to cover up some initials I had.
Oh, really?
And they weren't correctly, and the situation was finished. And I just came to a point where I'd saved up enough money that I could get it done, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not having any fun.
No, that's quite a big one to have done as well. I bet that was painful. I've got one on my arm. I've just got one. I don't know if I can show you. I'll see if I can get my sleeve up. Oh yeah, that's my one. There's family.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, just the one. But I was smart. It's all encompassing, but it's non-specific. So I don't have to add more kids when I have more kids. It's done. They're all there.
Yeah. Putting an ex-girlfriend's initials on my leg wasn't great. Getting the only dyslexic tattooist in Billingham to do the tattoo, also not great. So for 15 years I had to explain, no, I'm not a fan of Chris Rea. It doesn't say Rea. So I got rid. I did.
Oh, the other day I was looking up bad tattoos on the internet, actually, because I was just having a giggle at some things that people have gone with, and people who've got like spelling mistakes and that kind of thing. No regrets. Oh, what's that? Is that a good scarf? Oh, it's Doctor Who scarf.
Yes.
Perfect.
I used to attend a church, and the women of the church made this for me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The exact thing. Yeah, I don't go there anymore, I think, because it's like closed down and other things and stuff. But yeah, life is weird. I'm liking a bit of the space. I'm lucky when I can walk, which isn't like, it's not out of the realms of it. I live very close to one of the most beautiful parks in the country. It's called Peasholm Park. Next time you do the open air theatre in Scarborough, by the way, do the open air theatre in Scarborough.
I'd love to. Any gig.
It's a wonderful arena. And yeah, I live right near Peasholm Park, which is, so I'm trying to appreciate the small things. I'm all excited because I'm speaking to a human being.
Yes.
I know the status as like being Sophie Ellis-Bextor and everything and all this on telly and that, but you're actually a person, and it's really nice to speak.
Oh, nice to speak to you too.
Oh, man.
Owen, what's on the background behind you? What's the artwork you've got behind you?
Right. These are little bits of... I did a lot of art therapy type of stuff, and a lot of it. I mean, it all looks like kids' drawings, and I don't really care because every single thing means a thing to me.
But it actually doesn't look like children. It looks really lovely. That's why I asked about it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really intriguing. I think they're really lovely.
I've always liked doing stuff like that. It's just nice to have the expression.
Yeah, you're clearly a creative person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think so. In fact, I'm not going to say that. That's doing myself. Yes, I am a creative person.
Yeah, I can see that about you. I can see that.
But it's just like, enjoy it. I enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Aye.
Did you watch any of Grace and Perry's art club during lockdown?
Yes, I love
Lovely.
Grace.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a really lovely program. I found it really inspiring. And I like the fact that it wasn't elitist. It was just people, as you say, using art for expression, because I thought it was really clever. He said something like, art, art is the story that we use. It tells our narrative. It tells our narrative take on anything that's happening. And I thought that was really smart, because I thought that's actually true. If humans don't have the creative outlet, then it's just one event following another. It's art that makes sense of it to us. It's really,
Yeah,
it forms a really useful purpose.
I love Grayson because he does this. He has this knack. I saw him when he did the American thing. I saw the art club. So when he did about being a man,
Yes, that was really
like
interesting.
never did once. He sort of, it was like he just welcomed and he just like absorbed what people were saying, and like
Yes.
we need more of that. I think Louis does it as well, Louis Theroux and that. But
Yeah.
yes,
Well, they're both really smart, and they're both quite open about learning things. So they're very curious. And I think if you're a curious presenter, broadcaster, then it's a lot more, you get a lot more out of the people, because they don't walk into it with the judgment about what they're expecting to hear or what they're expecting to learn. So I think that's why I really like him as well. And actually Grayson's wife, she's called Philippa Perry, and she's like a child psychologist, and I've got one of her books, and she's really smart too. Like, she's really clever. Yeah,
I'm
I'd love to hang out with them actually. I think I just
oh yeah. Oh, Alice now. Right. And like I wasn't. But I've got some psychotherapy books because and just, somebody said, and it was just a silly meme, it's always stuck in my brain, it's not my work, that your mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it isn't open. Love stuff like that when people are just like, when they're curious and what is it? Honest, open, and willing. HOW. Yeah, love it.
yeah, I'm the same. Because also that keeps you a bit young as well. It keeps you a bit young if you're open to things. Talking of being open to things, this is my cat, Rizzo.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, she's just come to. I'm actually quite surprised. I've got 3 cats, and she's normally the most standoffish, but she's obviously intrigued by what's going on. Have you got any pets apart from Brian?
No.
Yeah.
If I didn't live on my own,
Yeah.
I probably would. Even if I lived in a place where I knew somebody could look after them if something, then I probably would. I'd just get too emotionally attached. I'd never leave the house because I'd just be like, are they all right? Are they all right? But yeah, I love animals. I get the best of both worlds because I like when my friends have kids, I get all the fun bits. I get to be good cop to their bad cop. And if they've got pets, I can fuss over the pets, and then the pets are bad, I'm just like, okay.
I feel like that about other people's dogs. I like dogs, but I don't own one, so I can kind of just take the best bits.
Yeah.
I love a dog. Oh, I'm just going to take away that notification. Yeah, I'd like, the kids would love a dog, but it would be so hard having a dog to look after as well. I think that would probably be the thing to tip me over the edge, to be honest.
There's something going on my screen here.
Probably a note saying that they've upgraded the time. Let me just check how long we've got, because I'm very happy to talk to you, and I've got one more interview. I had an album come out a couple of weeks ago, so I've been doing interviews about my album as well today. It's been quite fun. I ended up talking to Italy, which is really cool.
Way.
Yeah, nice.
What name is the album?
It's called Songs from the Kitchen Disco, because the kitchen disco is what.
Oh, any program with it?
Yeah, we basically during lockdown that's what we did with these little parties with my kids, and I would sing songs and try not to step on my baby, and it's very silly.
Was it the one show or was it Sunday brunch? I can't remember. I think it was the
one show. I did the one show. Oh, actually, no, I did both. I went into Sunday brunch. I actually went in person, and the one show I just did from home, because that's one thing that's quite weird at the moment. You do telly programs on Zoom.
I have a grudge against Sunday brunch. Yeah. I was watching Sunday brunch one day, and I was about to go out for Sunday dinner, and just watching it, and I was laughing, and I went like that, and I thought, that's blood, that is. And I was in hospital for nearly 4 days with a nosebleed, and I blame Sunday brunch.
You were in hospital for 4 days with a nosebleed?
Yeah, it never stopped.
That's awful. Oh my God. That's given me another thing to worry about now. I didn't even know that could happen.
Yeah, access. I don't know. Apparently it was caused by my central heating was on.
Right.
And the basement open. So it just dried out my, yeah. But they were really nice. I think the hospital have better things to do now, so I'm being careful.
When I went into hospital in May, I fell off my bike, and I felt like such an idiot. And I knew they were dealing with so much already. I was in a West Middlesex hospital, and I felt like you just don't need people like me falling off their bikes at the moment. But I had a really weird thing, because when I went in there, so I had cut my head and feeling a bit woozy, and the guy that walked in to treat me was someone that was married to one of my best friends from school. I hadn't seen him for about 5 years, but just by coincidence, he was registrar, and he just walked in and went, "Hello, stranger." And I was like, "Oh, it's Ned." It's so real. So it was actually quite nice, because it was the first time I'd seen him in ages.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting to see him at that point. Yeah.
I mean, the hospital with my broken ankle and my broken feet, they couldn't have been lovelier. Honestly. And I mean, the day I was supposed to be having a third cast put on, instead they put a boot on, and it was the day after Boris said, "No, do not go out." And I was like, they couldn't have been sweeter to me.
What happened to you? How did you break your foot?
I'd gone into town just to do shopping and try and find a mate of mine. And no sign of, didn't do much shopping. Got off the bus, dizzy spell, fell. Just tripped over. I wasn't even drunk. 3 weeks in hospital, but they were really, really nice. They were really, really sweet. I think very for myself, and I got to say I'm a brave little soldier and all of that stuff. So it's all good.
Well, yeah. Well done for dealing with it, because I think actually, on top of everything that's been going on with lockdowns and blah blah, I think you also, when you break bones, it can make you feel a bit flat. Actually,
yeah.
Mentally, it can make you feel quite low.
Aye. Well, that's
it's hard to heal. It's hard to be a patient.
Yeah, it's why I even, at one point, I had tablets at the ready. I keep my tablets on my, I can't show you my impressive coffee table, handmade by a carpenter who goes by the name of Chip. I think his name isn't really Chip. It's got my medication there and my coffee here and everything. But yeah. I did have it lined up because I just thought, enough of this.
Yeah.
Because it just everything knocked me, and yeah. I'm quite resilient usually, but yeah. I just can't do this, and now I can.
Yeah, well, I guess. Do you feel a bit more optimistic about next year now that they're talking about a vaccine and?
I'm liking this. Everything is crossed. Like,
yeah, exactly.
The only thing I've thought about next year is, like I've said, sorry to mention it again, Doctor Who, we might be getting one next year on New Year's Day. But vaccine, let's wait and see. At least it's a chink of light.
Yes. Well, there's 3 now. There's 3 that they say work.
3? Oh, last time on the news there was 2. Oh, hang
Yeah,
on.
I think
What, a
the
British
Oxford
one?
one. Yeah, the Oxford one, which is 70% effective with one dose, or 90 with two, and you don't have to keep it at the really low temperatures. It can just be in the refrigerator.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, and apparently, even your seasonal flu vaccine isn't, that's about 70% effective as well. So it's as effective as that.
Just
Good.
had that.
No, Debbie, good. My
Yeah.
mum would be happy. She's always telling me to get it. I haven't
Yeah.
done it. She's
Well, I'm
got
in a risk group of flu, and I've had flu once years ago,
yeah.
and yeah, don't want to do it again.
Oh, I
No.
had flu once as well. It was horrible. I can still remember. I was only really little, but I can still remember it.
Aye.
It's not like a bad cold. It's a really horrible illness, flu.
Aye.
Feel
I mean,
delirious.
I was laying on my settee, and if somebody had rang me and said, if you can get to the front door, there's a £50 note, and
Yeah,
say, well, you hang on to it.
yeah,
Do you know
definitely.
what I mean? It was just, it debilitated us.
Yeah,
But, yeah, the flu nurse was awesome, and the bus driver. I mean, I'm TikTok friends with him. What's going on? I think he's
Is he on
genuine.
TikTok? You mean the bus driver is on TikTok?
Yeah, because we were chatting. He was saying, well, the bus is not going to set off for another 5 minutes. And I said, is it all right to make a rollie? And I did. And we started chatting about stuff. And I was saying it's a shame that my appointment was so fast, because I got on the same bus I got off to get to the appointment. And I was saying, because I like social interaction, this is why I've joined TikTok and Facebook and everything. He goes, oh, what's your name on TikTok? So I said, Owen McGhee one. And like, yeah, so mate.
Amazing. I'm so impressed. My 11-year-old's always trying to get me on TikTok. He does them all the time, and I can't get into it. I find I'm really bad on it, so I'm impressed with you. Very impressed. I'll
I
have to
don't
find
know.
you. You might gain a follower.
Aye, that would be mint. That would be absolutely mint.
Yeah, but then you'll have to follow back, and you'll basically just see lots of, because Kit, my 11-year-old, so he basically was quite smart. He put my name and then built it up, and then when I got to a few thousand followers, he switched it all to him. So suddenly his name, his profile picture.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, but he does them every day, little dance routines, and yeah, it's been quite good for him. Really.
I've got 507, and
Oh,
I'm all
no,
right with them. Sorry?
good. That's a lot.
Yeah. I've been on it since April, but the thing is, a lot of people are, oh, I want to get to 1,000, I want to get to 10,000. And the thing is, I'm all right with it. I'm
Yeah,
only doing it for my own amusement.
I know, but I think that's the best attitude, because actually wanting it badly doesn't change it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I find it a bit too needy. Like Kit's always doing. They'd be like, "Oh, like and subscribe," or "Woo, I've got 100 people watching." I'm like, I don't get that. I think it's cultural, though. I think the kids like seeing the numbers go up.
Yeah.
Makes them
I
feel
don't
good.
pull back to people who are only interested in playing Fortnite or whatever, because it's a world I don't live in. But it's like when I used to do things publicly, like in the past, and if one person laughs at a joke, or if one person has been entertained or something,
Yeah,
then I'm kind of okay with that. In
I'm the
fact,
same.
it's okay.
I'm happy if the only person who laughs is me.
Yeah. Oh, I love my
I'm
own
the kid
joke.
to my jokes.
I'm the funniest person in my house. I think you've made the conclusion. Yes. I went round this flat the other day going, it's like Blackpool illuminations round here. And no, I'm serious as well. And I live on my own, and I just thought, oh, and hang on a moment.
Yeah, but that's nice. It's cheery. I'm into
Yeah,
that. You haven't got your Christmas trees up yet, have you?
I'm not putting one up this year. There's no room. It's not that I'm objecting. I've got my Christmas outfit already sorted.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just that room.
Christmas
Yeah.
out. That's good.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
well,
be
I don't know
myself.
what. I'll
You
put
know
my tree
me.
up in December.
Sorry?
I'll put my tree up in December. It's too early now.
I know
December.
some people that already have, but the way I see it, if it makes you happy to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Of
If I had
course.
the room, I would. It's just a very small flat. But yeah, my Christmas outfit, I know I can eat what I want, wear what I want, get up when I want, go to bed when I want. I've got the remote, and it's like it's all sorted and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Right. This could be the best. Wow.
Sounds like you got it sorted. What's your Christmas outfit then?
It might be if I've slimmed down the suit
Okay.
that I was on about.
Yep.
I've got the Christmas. Oh no, I got the Christmas jumper 5 years ago, so that won't fit now. I don't know. I've got something to work on. I've got my little sewing kit. I might make something. I don't know. I've never sewed a thing before, so I might do that. I don't know.
Yeah, you got time to learn how to sew. And then can you teach me? I bought a sewing machine a while back, but I got stumped when it got to winding the bobbin. I never learned how to wind the bobbin.
I got one of them handheld jobs.
Oh yeah,
and
I bought one of those.
And it took me about 2-3 days because I was going to make all my unwanted clothes into one big patchwork.
Oh,
and
wow.
after 3 days of swearing at it, it was caught. I thought, right, I know where it is. I can see it right now. It's in the corner there.
Yeah, I know where mine is as well. I didn't even get mine out of the box. I was like, that's a brilliant idea. I'm definitely going to get one of them. I'd forgotten until you said that I bought that, actually. Yeah.
I've been too busy indulging in my little black book.
What's
I write
that?
things in it. It's just notes and things.
Okay. That's a good idea. So,
But my Christmas outfit, I think I'll probably decide on the day.
Yes, yes. Me too. Me too. I've got a lot to sort between now and then. I haven't done any Christmas shopping either. But that's fine. There's still time.
Yeah.
It's gonna go weird when the shop's open again. I think everybody's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Go crazy. Oh, excuse me for yawning. I've only had 5 hours sleep.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Nice.
My little one he gets me up very early. And even when he gets up early, I still can't go to sleep before midnight. So yeah.
Oh no.
I was up at 5 today. It's a bit early.
How old?
He's gonna be 2 in January.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's called Mickey. He's
Oh,
very
nice.
sweet. He's sweet, but he's busy. He's always busy.
I'd like you to again, but just for like a day.
Yeah.
I like being a victim Eldrew. I'm a young victim Eldrew.
Don't worry, I'm looking to be a cantankerous old woman. It's gonna suit me. I mean, it's really nice talking to you today. I'm wondering
Likewise.
when I'm supposed to be going on tour in May. I'll have to come and see if you want to come. If you can work on not just your walking, but also your dancing, please. Then you can come along to one of the gigs and you can have a little boogie. That'd be nice.
Walk, I can hop, but I dance.
Yeah, even if you sit in a chair, it'd be good. Cool.
No.
Oh, well, listen, will you take care, Aaron? Whatever happens with your Christmas outfit, you look after yourself and keep